I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're delving into the powerful and poignant storytelling of Rodney Rhodes. He has penned a powerful book. It is called Soul of a Man Edition 2. This compelling collection brings together riveting plays, poetry, and the unforgettable screenplay, Souls of Black Men, which explores the struggles, the triumphs, and the transformative journeys of six Black men. Join us as Rodney shares his soul-stirring stories that promise to leave a lasting impact. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Bookside Press for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below this interview. Rodney, great to see you here today on Spotlight. Thank you for joining me.
Great to be with you too, Logan.
Wonderful to have you on the show. Tell us a little bit about why you created this book, Soul of a Man, Edition 2.
Well, I was a Chrysler Motor Company worker,
Hmm.
employee. So I was sitting around writing, and I've been writing books for a while, so since 1989.
Wow.
So I said, well, maybe I can make a movie.
Yeah.
And God blessed me to make a movie. Soul of a Man. No, that's the part of the book, Soul of a Man,
Yep.
edition two,
Yep.
The Wise Man on the Corner.
Mm.
I did that and I put things together.
Yeah.
So
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, there's the screenplay has been worked into a story in the book, Souls of a Black Man.
Souls of Black Men
Yeah.
was the how you say the movie,
Yes. There's a
but
movie.
Soul of a Man Edition 2 is what I was doing.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
The
Wonderful.
book.
Wonderful.
So I
Tell us a
put
little bit about
my
the
CD,
story. Yeah.
the story. It's
Yeah.
about six men out of Highland Park, Michigan,
Hmm.
and they were well-to-do. They were smart. But they was in the inner city,
Mm.
and they did a lot of great things. They had education, and one was the biggest construction owner,
Hmm.
one was an author, and one was, it was just so many great people
Yeah.
that I was doing things, growing up in Highland Park. You had Ford Motor Company, and
Mm.
that was where it all started. When you hear Ford,
Yep.
that's when it started in Highland Park.
Yep.
And they were some young men that was striving to do better,
Yeah.
with their education, with their hard integrity. They were doing the great things they could do. And then I had a beautiful director of the movie, Erica D. Hayes. Her
Yep.
name is Hines now, but she got 90 million views. I'm gonna
Wow.
say it again, 90 million. She
Mm.
did him, Lettucey, Martha Ambrosia, her, who was in the Super Bowl. She
Hmm.
did the videos, but she also did the movie Soul of Black Men. So
Yeah.
that's a good. Then I had actually at one time it was Simba on how to say, what was that?
Lion
Simba.
King, Simba.
Yeah, he played
Yeah.
Simba
Yep.
and on Broadway. He in the movie.
Mm.
Dave Dorsey, Ebony Fashion Fair model. But then back to Elijah Johnson, he just played Michael Jackson this year on
Mm.
Broadway.
Wow.
So, you know,
You had some
and
good
then
talent there.
had a lot of talent. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful movie. And
Right.
this is a beautiful book as well.
Absolutely.
But God blessed me to write it.
Hmm.
And so, a guy who worked at Chrysler Motor Company, and I
Yeah.
took the buyout and I put my movie, my
Yeah.
book, and my CD all together.
Wonderful.
And this is what we have right here, Soul of a Man Edition 2.
Wonderful. Tell me about your CD. What is that, a CD of music or is that reading the book or tell me about that?
Out the book. It's a
Okay.
slave story, like
Okay.
Roots, 12 years a slave.
Hmm.
I did The Wise Man on the Corner.
Hmm.
So Simba No, that's Mustafa,
Yeah.
and it was like he was a slave, but he
Gotcha.
was good. He worked real hard, but he had a wife,
Hmm.
and they sold her, sold all his children, and but he was a hard-working man.
Yeah.
So that's in the book, The Wise Man on the Corner. It was in the book.
Mm.
That's where I write short stories, and I would do that.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. So you've been writing your whole life. You wrote when you were working for Chrysler as well? That was part of your job?
Wise Man on the Corner.
Yeah. There
That's
you
the
go.
CD. That's when I
Wonderful.
get bigger. But hey,
Yeah.
but that was we know Roots, we know 12 Years a Slave,
Hmm.
but I had did this and I put it on CD.
Wonderful.
Then
Wonderful.
again, it came from this right here.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
so
Tell us about some of the struggles that the six men had in their life that you talk about in the book, in the movie, and on the CD.
one guy, he was the pastor,
Mm-hmm.
Reverend, and his wife was fooling around on him. But he
Mm.
had a big church in Detroit. So him and his wife had some problems. But then we had a young guy who went the wrong way. He was a drug dealer. He made
Mm.
big money, but everybody in the movie, or in this wise man on, not the wise man on the corner, but yeah, they did things.
Yeah.
They had money
Yeah.
because one was the engineer, not an engineer, but an electrician at Chrysler. And
Hmm.
then it was one guy who was a actor, and one
Mm.
guy was a lawyer, Kevin Lewis. He was
Mm.
in a movie called Up in the Air with George Clooney. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that in the movie, but they did a lot of things to say I'm good at what I do,
Yeah.
and they all was good at what they do. Like I said, it was
Absolutely.
one guy, Nathan Hauser, God rest his soul. He opened up for George Foreman. He was a
Mm.
boxer and an actor.
Mm.
So there's a lot of things to it, but
Yeah.
hey, God bless me.
Yeah. Absolutely. Did you base these characters on people you know in real life?
Yeah, because you know what, Logan, I, being from Highland Park,
Yep.
Highland Park, Highland Park, Michigan.
Yep.
The first traffic light was in Highland Park, in Michigan, because
Wow.
the Ford's, one of the first cars was Ford Motor Company, the
Yeah.
Model T. So,
Yeah.
gentrification,
Hmm.
it was a lot of good things happening in Highland Park too. We
Yeah.
had the first freeway, the Davidson, is in
Mm.
Highland Park, Michigan.
Yeah.
And so Ford Motor Company, everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people know about Ford Motor Company.
Yeah.
So
Ex-
I was doing that. I was writing, I was working at Chrysler, but hey, I
Right.
was doing what I was doing.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's such a great history there of cars and motoring, and it's basically Motown, that whole area, right? Motor
Right,
City. Yeah.
313.
Yep.
That's why when you get your car Blackified LLC, 313.
Yeah.
We just had the NFL draft right on
Hmm.
Woodward, and Woodward goes through Highland Park.
Amazing.
So
Yeah.
that's the number one street in Michigan,
Yep.
Woodward Avenue, the Dream Cruise. Then you go
Exactly.
down. One thing about it, you go down Woodward, guess where you're gonna go? If you keep going south,
Yep.
you're gonna be in Canada.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
hit the river. So,
Yep.
it's a beautiful thing, but I might go way off in left field, but I'll bring it back to center field, but I'll go all the way home,
Yeah.
Highland Park.
Abs Absolutely. Highland Park's a beautiful area, no doubt. And you have written a beautiful book. It is called Soul of a Man Edition 2. It is a compelling collection that brings together riveting plays, poetry, and the unforgettable screenplay, Souls of Black Men, which explores the struggles, the triumphs, and the transformative journeys of six Black men. Rodney shares the soul-stirring stories that will leave a lasting impact on you, no doubt. Rodney, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
Thank you, Logan. You have a blessed day and a Merry Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever you embrace.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Merry Christmas. That's what I celebrate.
you.
And here's to a great 2025. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.